Our plants, they help our oxygen, clean our oxygen, they give us rongoa, they provide kai. Doing this mahi also brings our whānau together. Kia ora, ko Totara Toki Ingoa no Kaitaia ahau, and we're here at Oho Mauri Awa doing our public planting day. Yeah, just to restore our environment anyways. I want to see our hours clean right through from Rangaunu to Maunga Taniwha, and so our water's clean and our whenua are also clean.
Hi, I'm Stephen Uritich. I'm here today because the plants have mostly come from the Bushland Trust nursery, and I'm the nurseryman, so I was growing the plants. Did the delivery this morning. I think plantings on the river systems, I mean, they do things differently these days, but if we look back at how Mother Nature was running it, those plantings, especially on the flats along the rivers, they were really important to kind of what we were saying before, keeping the water clean, but also stabilizing that land, because the rivers running through the flat land, it's just silt that it's running through, and they'll carve them off. Then when you've got your trees there, they're holding that river channel together. I've got a couple of the plants to talk about. So this is manatū, also gets called ribbonwood. It's become a bit of a rare plant locally. The part of why there's not many around is it got under a lot of pressure back in the day when they used to strip the bark off. So it's pretty serious to a tree. If you strip the bark off, it's like, that's a major injury. And the reason they were doing it is because the bark's amazing. It's got fibre in it, and they'd actually make themselves a strop out of that bark. They'd just nick it at the bottom, tear it up, and they'd have a really sturdy strop. They could use it as rope. Now, one of the things about the manatū which makes it good on the river system is it's got a very vigorous root system, and quite extensive and quite vigorous. It's quite similar in a way. It's like our own willow. I know the willows have been used on rivers for years, and that's where they belong. And this is really the local version. They have trees with a very similar habit, very similar place in nature. Might be enough about that one. And this is a humble little plant. I brought a wee kānaka over. So when we're planting, we're putting all sorts in. There's, maybe there's 10 species here, maybe there's 15, I'm not sure. But a lot of what we bring along is kānaka. So it's quite a humble plant. But the job it does for us is that, say the manatū and the tōtara and whatever else, the big trees, when we plant them, we want to spread them out a bit. So then we still need to fill up the space, and we bring a lot of kānaka and we plant it in between. And then later on, when the big trees are getting big and strong, they'll steal the light off the kānaka. But it's done a job in the meantime. So it's good we've got a humble plant, a bit of a sacrifice plant, I suppose. I enjoy it. How important is it to me? I enjoy my job, so I guess that's important to me. I really enjoy seeing this kind of situation where the community comes together and does a wee job together. I really enjoy being part of that. That's a nice thing. The more we see of that, the better, I think. And the general goal of it is a nice goal, so it's a positive thing to be involved in.
Ko Jiroz Pupata ahau. No Waikato, no Ngaitai ki Tamaki, no Whangaroa, no Ngatikahu ahau. I'm very hopeful for many things. And mostly if you live in rural places, in rural spaces, and the things that we hope for in our communities, and they're not there, are things that you'll find you start driving yourself. So hopeful that we engage our whānau and our community back to the river space actually. Why is that important? Well, he whakapapa anō tō tātou e pāne ki te wai. And then, then we get the whanaungatanga because of projects like this. They don't always have to be around planting, but planting is hands-on, and you can create, a vibe around that. So, we just get out. It was raining today. It was a bit of a drizzle. Being outdoors is always good for te oranga nei. So hopeful in restoring our waterways, hopeful towards restoring our oranga through hoki mai ki a papatuanuku, ki a tangoroa, ki te wai. Hei oranga matatou.